baby, don't stop. You can have it. You can have it all. Let's go to the top, baby, don't stop. Love, joy, peace. Good life and family. We'll get success. Let's go.
Hey, this is Jewel Tankard from the Jewel Tankard Show on the Impact Network. Yes, I'm excited. As you can see, we're doing something totally fresh and new today called Round the Table. And I have invited my powerful, powerful team. They're producers of the show. I mean, they run everything from the Jewel Tankard Show. They help me with our family show. They also help me with the Millionaires Club. These are my rich friends. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Round the Table. Hey, this is Jewel Tankard from the Jewel Tankard Show on the Impact Network. And I want to encourage you today to get on jeweltankard.com and purchase the Millionaire Kit. Listen, I made the kit specifically with you in mind, and particularly for women, but certainly men, you can benefit from it too. I really want to provoke your dream life, provoke what you're thinking about your money and how to grow your money exponentially. Listen, money impacts every single area of our life. Don't you even kid yourself that it doesn't. How are you planning short term? How are you planning long term? What's your 5-year goal? What's your 10-year goal? And actually creating a financial blueprint so that you can accomplish the net worth that you deserve. As a matter of fact, what is your net worth today? And what do you desire your net worth to be? Listen, these are all questions that I want you to think about because you're supposed to leave a financial legacy for your family. So make sure you look at jeweltankard.com today. Hey, welcome back to the Jewel Tankard Show on the Impact Network. Listen, we got the round table. I'm so excited. I got these powerful, extremely skilled women at the table with me today. I want to call them my rich friends, executive producers. And I'm going to start off with my girl, Marquita Thomas, executive producer of the show. Yeah! She is like everything creative, okay? Everything colors, shiny, bright, beautiful. Like this chick, I think she probably dreams colors. Like she's just so creative. She's like, okay, I get a new idea. Okay, I think this is what we need to do. But I love her. I mean, just an amazing, amazing, brilliant creative mind. And then next, my girl, Ashia Wynn. Yes. This chick is bad to the bone. I mean, becoming an expert trader in her own right. She's actually a pharmacist by profession, but she also is an executive producer for the Jewel Tankard Show. And I mean, just the writer that you've always dreamed about. Like, you can really have magazines. Anytime I need something written, I'm like, Ashia, these are the points. And then she just brings it together like so beautifully. Like, I love your mind, I love your creativity, and it's always so fresh and innovative. So, got you, girl. And then last but certainly not least, our segment producer, Camille Westmoreland. Oh my gosh, Camille keeps us all together, okay? Like, we'll give her like the big vision and then she'll be like, ladies, wait a minute. You forgot this detail and that detail and what about this? But I love it. Her brain it works like, did you ever see Chloe from 24? I need to take off my glasses to talk about this. Chloe from 24, the series on Netflix. That chick was always behind the scenes, like on the computer, figuring stuff out for Jack. She is just a brilliant mind, really a genius in your own right. She does not forget anything. Like, her memory is like an elephant. She'll be like, no, you were supposed to be there at 1 o'clock on Tuesday. And I'm like, what? How do you remember that? Who does that? So anyway, she keeps it all together for us. Love you so much. Thank you so much for always like filling in. You know, we wanted to do this because we want to have an opportunity to kind of just kick it. You know, of course, I love shows. Ben and I have been on The Real. We love watching The View. We love chopping it up. So I was like, I want to do that, you know, with them. And so we're going to do this and talk. So today we're going to be talking a little bit, really about several different things, but how I think I hope this is really an encouragement for women and for men that may be watching it, that you really can wear like several different hats.
That's right. Absolutely.
Like, and you can be effective with all of them. Like, I think that's important to know that. Like, you know, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm a teacher, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a trader. Like, I do a lot. And I have a talk show, we have a family show, all kinds of things. But you really can wear several different hats. So ladies, let's jump in and talk about that, because all of you are doing like way multiple things. All of you are like serious overachievers.
Yeah.
You know, we're up late at night masterminding, up early in the morning, like, okay, chop, chop, we got to get it done. And for the most part, I think you guys, I think I have more energy than you guys sometimes, but damn on it. But let's talk about those hats.
I mean, I definitely think that when you stretch yourself to do more,
Yeah.
then you have the capacity to do more.
Yeah, that's
if
good.
you never stretch,
Yeah.
then you never need the extra capacity.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
just do the extra and you'll have the extra you need for the
Yeah,
extra.
that's
And one
good.
of the things that I noticed too is that I can have a person that has the same responsibilities as me, but they are like tired.
Yeah.
Or they're like, this is too much. But like Ashia was saying, if you push yourself to stretch, it's like adding more makes it easy. Whereas that person who has one thing and they can barely handle it, it's
Yeah.
just, you know, making up in your mind that I'm gonna make myself available to do more. And I think it makes you more successful and more well-rounded.
But
That's
even
so
if you never
good.
think, like, for example, I'm a mom of 3. I have a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 9-year-old. You know, I'm married to my husband over 10 years. You know?
Yes.
But, you know, and I wear so many different hats. But I think where a lot of people mess up is that they never ever step out to even experience or whether or not they can actually do it. You get
You
what
think
I'm
they're
saying?
afraid?
Right, they count themselves out
Yeah,
before
they
they can
count
even
themselves
try.
out.
It's just like being a parent, you know, if you never say, well, I can't multitask, or let's say I can't hold the baby, feed the baby at the same time, answer the phone, do an email. If you never hold the baby, do the, you know, check an
Right.
email, answer the phone, then you won't even know that
Yeah.
you've able to stretch, you know,
Yeah.
stretch yourself that way.
Yeah, that's really good. But don't you think, I need to put my glasses back on for this point, but don't you think, ladies, I mean, but seriously, don't you think that a lot of that is based on kind of who you're around?
Definitely think that,
Absolutely.
because I
Yeah.
was not always like that until I started hanging around people like yourself and other women that were, you know, just stepping outside of the box. I was just that type of person where it's like, this is just it. This is all I'm gonna do. Until I started surrounding myself around other people that were moving and shaking and baking, I began to pick that up. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know that I had the capability to basically step out like that. But I think it's who you hang around.
Yeah, it absolutely resets your normal, because if you're just hanging around a lot of people,
Reset the normal.
Yeah,
Drop
I like
smite.
I think if you're just hanging around people that are saying, "Oh, you need to slow down, you're doing too much," and
Right.
then you start to think, "Wait a minute." But if everybody you're around is doing more than you,
Yeah.
then you're going to think, "Oh, that's normal."
But don't you think, I mean, I'm sure you guys probably hear that, where you're like, you need to slow down.
Yes.
You're just doing too much.
Slow
You're
down
so
will keep you
busy.
broke.
Slick.
Because when I was slowing down, I was broke. Until I started moving out, sisters started making some money.
Yeah.
No more slow down for me.
Yeah. So you almost have to watch who you're listening to.
That's right.
Because you could be backing down when you really should be speeding up.
Yes.
You know, so I think that's really important to do that, and then, like you said, to continue to reset the normal and reset the standard. And at the end of the day, you have to determine what your normal look like, because somebody else could be like, "Oh, you just doing too much," and you could be thinking, "Dude, I'm not even doing a half of what I really want to do."
Right.
Or they'll say, "You need balance."
Right.
You need balance.
Yeah.
But what really is balance?
Yeah.
Right.
That's so
Exactly,
good.
exactly.
Because balance for everybody is going to look totally different. Like, balance for some people would be boring to me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's not balance. You are like so boring, I cannot. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, just a typical go to work, come home,
Yeah.
cook the dinner, put the chicken out, you know,
Yeah.
play with the kids, go to sleep. It's the norm for some people, and for them, that's
Yeah.
balance.
Like when I first moved here 5 years ago, well, to Nashville, before I moved here, and like you were saying with your surroundings, I went to church 7 days a week, like for something. So when I got here, and we had church 2 days a week, you know, and then prayer, I didn't have a life, you guys. And then as I started surrounding myself with you guys, then I found out how to fill my time with income producing activity. But had
She
I
stepped
not
over into her purpose. She began to see she had
flow. But your life was so much more fulfilled.
And it's
You
so
know what I
much more
mean?
fun.
It's so much more fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw you. Jesus, you look totally different. You come a mighty long way.
A long way. Shade.
I see
The
the
shade
shade.
came up.
I see the shade.
So, we're about to go into our millionaire madness.
Yes, I think that's actually would be an excellent millionaire's tip.
Yeah.
Is that millionaires know who they need to surround themselves with and what advice they need to be taking. They understand that their environment is absolutely everything, and they're going to absorb from those people around them. So if they've surrounded themselves by people that are going where they want to go, then they absolutely have a roadmap in order to get there. But you can't keep listening to losers and expect to win. It's just not going to happen.
Well, and I think, which leads me to the point of, I think, so many people put so much emphasis on like age, like I'm getting older. Like I love, Gloria Copeland said this and it just stuck with me. She says, I don't think old, I don't act old, I don't conceive old. And I think people start equating what they can do and what they can't do, you know what I mean, to what their age is. I mean, because I feel 25. Y'all know I just turned 25 last week. But seriously, you know what I mean? Right. Yeah. I mean, but I think it's all about how you think about yourself. And if you have a religious mindset, you feel like you got to be in church 7 days a week, but that's not in the word. Yes, we need to go to church. Yes, we need to be around other believers, but we don't have to be in church all day long, right? Go and enjoy your life. Go get you a life.
Yes, go get you a life.
Yes. And dab on it. We'll be right back after this. Hey, this is Jewel Tankard from the Jewel Tankard Show on the Impact Network. And I want to encourage you today to get on jeweltankard.com and purchase the Millionaire Kit. Listen, I made the kit specifically with you in mind, and particularly for women, but certainly men, you can benefit from it too. I really want to provoke your dream life, provoke what you're thinking about your money and how to grow your money exponentially. Listen, money impacts every single area of our life. Don't you even kid yourself that it doesn't. How are you planning short term? How are you planning long term? What's your 5-year goal? What's your 10-year goal? And actually creating a financial blueprint so that you can accomplish the net worth that you deserve. As a matter of fact, what is your net worth today? And what do you desire your net worth to be? Listen, these are all questions that I want you to think about because you're supposed to leave a financial legacy for your family. So make sure you look at jeweltankard.com today. Hey, welcome back to the Jewel Tankard Show. Ooh, boy, we are here cutting up. Okay, so we were talking about resetting the normal. You was over here dropping all kinds of nuggets and things. But I also want to talk about embracing the growth process because, and you talked about being in church 7 days a week. So the thing is the saints, everybody needs to get a life because you still need to have a genuine life. And you can have good, clean fun. Like if anybody is around, really any of us, like we love to have fun. Like I'm dancing, I'm cutting up, I'm joking. I'm loving life. And so you don't have to be like serious and rigid. You can really like live your life.
Loosen up. Shit, loosen up.
I think more people would not backslide if they would just seriously,
some love.
Right?
Hey, some love.
Right? If they just learn to dab on it.
Literally dab on it.
Like seriously, like I think they would. Like I really think that they would enjoy. Okay, if you're married.
Only if you're married. Right. Only if you're married. I want you to dab. We gotta clean that up.
Clean it up. Okay, man, this is the married side.
This is the married
This is the
section
married
over
to me in the name of Jesus. Keita took us there. Okay, so anyway, but embracing growth, embracing the growth process. Like, just because when you give your life to the Lord, you can still like be trendy.
Absolutely.
And wear makeup.
But you know what? I didn't think you did. Like you could. When I came into the body about 10 years ago, when I saw you, I was like, oh my God, you can wear makeup? You can like wear cute clothes? Because that literally was the one thing that kept me away.
Yeah, me too.
Because I was like,
I saw Dr. Beverly with some makeup and some heels on, and they was cute and they was fly. I said, oh, I can do save.
But there's some people that still don't know that to this day. I think I might have shown you guys a picture or something. One of my friends, and you guys just disclaimer that you can wear whatever you want to wear, but she's my age and she's now married to a pastor, but she dressed like the church mothers did when I was like 5. Like she converted from how we dressed in college.
Oh, you showed me that picture.
And she looks like
she had on like that square box.
Yeah, and the hat
with the bling buttons on the side. They come to the side.
I ain't never seen that before.
With the big hat, with the bling hat.
Rhinestones.
Yeah, the
all of that.
rhinestones
And
on
that's
here.
like the new norm
Big.
for her now because she's a pastor's wife.
Oh, wow.
And it was like,
It was sad, actually.
yeah, I'm like, we're the same age, like, but you look
and
like.
she let herself. You can tell she let herself really go.
Yeah.
Like really let herself go.
And you don't have to do that.
You
And
don't
I
have to
think
do
people
that.
think that that's what holy looks like. They have this image in their minds that holiness looks like that. And so I think in an attempt
Holiness.
to, you know, just I got to cover everything, I have to stay, then they're trying to end what they're wearing.
So do you
Yeah.
think that affects them in every area? I mean,
Yeah, because to me,
business
people
and-
buy your brands.
Exactly.
Because if I see
Exactly.
somebody dressed like that, like I'll be like, love them or whatever. When I see them, I'll treat them, you know, with respect or whatever. But I'm not trying to have you as a business partner coming to the negotiating table looking like that.
Because people see
Like,
you before they want to do anything else with you.
Yeah.
Right. Say it again.
I said people see you before they'll do anything else with you.
Yeah.
So your
Yes.
appearance determines what's going to happen next where that relationship is concerned.
Yeah.
From business, personal, everything.
So what do you say to people who are like, but God judges me by my heart?
Man judges you by your
Right.
appearance.
But God is not the one sitting on the other end of that deal when that contract is on the table.
Which is why when we created the Millionaires Club, we talked about doing like a branding package.
Yeah.
To look at a person's website, to look at how they're dressing, to
Yes.
look at what they're wearing, to look and see how they're wearing their hair. Because honestly, Slick, I still see people wearing like French roll with the stuff
God,
in
I
it.
used to wear that
I'm
back
like,
in
that
the
went
day.
out like back in the day.
But that was back in the day, though.
That was back in the
90s.
day.
Right. Exactly.
So like you don't want to still wear those, and I think is why sometimes unbelievers have had a hard time with, you know, connecting with other believers because there was such a huge difference, you know, in like they were set back 20 or 30 years in their appearance and you know and all that. So I think that it's important, which is why I think it's important. And of course, listen, we're not saying watch a whole bunch of TV, but I even had to learn. I needed to know what was going on.
Yeah.
Like you guys would be talking about stuff on TV or a song, and I'd be like, I don't know, but it was like, okay, if you're gonna do like TV, you need to know what the heck is going on.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if Justin Bieber just gave an altar call at his concert, you should know that, you know, so don't be so like heavenly minded that you're no
Right,
earthly
earthly
good.
good.
Absolutely.
Now which makes you unrelatable.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly.
So.
You know, but I really want to touch on something that I want to talk about is what is it like when people actually are pushing out other people's visions? Like the importance of that. When you're standing behind another man's vision. I mean, I hear it all the time because we work so closely even with you. And, you know, we're just honored. I mean, I'm honored to be able to be in the position that I'm in. You know, but just knowing the importance of standing behind someone and not looking for, like what Ashia said, looking for a paycheck behind it. You know, because in that, you develop a skill. In that, you develop a skill set. You know, you don't even know what you're able to actually develop and learn because in the process, because you're
Right.
so always looking, I need a check. I need a check for
Exactly.
this, you know, and you become check. I just need checks. You end up missing out relationships.
Yeah.
You end up missing the opportunity to
Right.
connect with other people, and it's just, you know, I just think that's really important. What's y'all take on that?
Yeah, I mean, you absolutely cut yourselves off because there are other skills that are needed that you don't even know.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you talk about how amazing of a writer I am, but you placed a demand on that. So I started writing because you needed somebody to write.
Wow.
So because you needed somebody to write, and
Yeah.
I made the decision that I would be whatever was needed
That's
to
right.
push your
Wow.
vision,
Wow.
then,
Yep.
okay, writing has to be it. I'm going to perfect that.
Wow.
And stay right here and perfect it. And
Yep.
so, but if I would have just said, okay, well, how much you gonna pay me?
Exactly.
Right.
Then you would
You
never
missed
even
the
develop
whole
the skill.
thing.
The same thing with all of us. If even when it comes down to what websites and web design and even producing, like if I would have never even from working with you,
Yeah.
if I would have never said, okay, let me sit down at the table and develop this because I know it's a need that she needs. in order to make sure that her vision be fulfilled. So I sat down and developed certain skills in areas that I never even went to school for. And just God just automatically just bam, downloaded it onto me. Next thing you know, I'm doing websites, I'm doing this, I'm learning this. And even in the production part of it, when that opportunity came, it was like, all right, we don't have anybody, we need this. All right, I'm gonna step right on into that thing. And I stepped right into it, and guess what? It was easy. But you never experience the ease because you always looking for what I'm gonna get from it.
Right. Ooh,
so
that's good.
I know. So if we just continue to stay focused on pushing other people and moving them out, everything else, it's gonna happen for you.
Yeah. The people that you're connected to. The people that you're connected to, because you're not going to do it for everybody. But there's certain people that I believe God will cause there to be covenant connections. And as long as you're behind that vision, pushing that vision, you know what I mean? Because people who are like that are very loyal. You know what I mean? So like, we're not getting brand new on here. Y'all was producing in the beginning, y'all gonna produce now. If anything, we'll add on to the team. You know what I mean? But you don't throw it out. So understanding that connection works both ways. And when you place a demand on the people that are around you, all of a sudden those gifts start unleashing and unlocking. You're like, oh my gosh, you were like bad to the bone with that.
And the key to it is to have a pure heart while you're doing it. Because sometimes you may not get recognized, but if your heart is in the right place, it doesn't matter. Otherwise, if you feel like, well, she's not recognizing me or he's not recognizing me, then you get to the point where you could be underhanded and doing things that taint that relationship that was actually God ordained. So
trying to be seen.
Like for example, that meeting and the big Detroit meeting we had here last night, you know, over 300 people came out, it was powerful, but I didn't call you guys up. You know what I mean?
And we wouldn't.
But if you weren't whole in that,
you would be mad, like, why?
She called up, we here, we been here, we put the thing together. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Yeah, right.
We the trainers.
So I think that's a good point, because if you are so busy trying to be recognized by man, then you don't give God an opportunity to recognize you. And when God recognizes you, it's on such a huge platform. It is so much bigger and better than anything that any man could have ever done for you.
Absolutely. And you don't have to try to promote yourself. I think sometimes people take this corporate mindset of, I got to fight my way to the top, and they're looking to fight them. But no, just you do what you're supposed to do, and God will promote you. You don't have to push your way.
That is really good. That's really strong. So I think that, you know, settling in on that, the God, when it's time for me to be recognized, I'll be recognized. Let me keep a pure heart on the way and not be so hungry for, call me up. Call me up.
Because when I think about it, I think, what is his name? It's someone else. This young woman, I can't think of her actual name, but I think it is P. Diddy's. She runs his company or something like that. I can't think of her name. But like, you didn't even know that it was a woman even behind his organization. But she constantly kept moving herself up the ladder. I mean, when I watched her video, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, she's
and
a
now
bad
she's
girl.
the mastermind behind it all.
She bi-coastal on that. She's like back and forth, California, New York. She's
just
doing
here
it.
and gone. But just imagine the things that she did. She probably was what most people would like to say is the runner, or can you give me a cup of coffee? Can you do this? The stuff that's not glamorous. You know what I mean?
She wasn't so hungry for the shine.
Exactly.
Because if you're too hungry for the shine, you're probably not gonna get it.
You sure ain't.
The shine gonna come when you like, oh well, whatever. I'm just doing what I'm doing. You know, same thing with Doreen Rainey. I think about her. She's kind of behind the whole Steve Harvey brand. She runs like every area of his brand, the shows, the Act Like a Success conference, but she's so grounded, and you can tell she's secure. And I think that's the thing. You know, ultimately, all of us have insecurities, but the thing is that's why you spend time with Holy Spirit and say, Holy Spirit, help me in these areas where I feel insecure. I feel, you know, taken advantage of or used. Because first of all, can't nobody use you.
Exactly.
That's first of all.
Come on.
Because nobody puts a gun in your head to do. You have to do it. Well, y'all went in. Do it right now. Do it right now. No, you chose to do that. So since you chose to do it as unto the Lord, and then let Him decide when it's time for you to shine. And when it's time for you to shine, that's exactly what you're gonna do.
Exactly.
Man, this is so good. But like we're like out of time. Like it's time for reality walk. Already.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, let's get
about
our
reality
popcorn.
watch.
Let's get our popcorn.
Oh,
yes. So what are we talking about?
Okay, let's talk. Y'all heard about that reality show, Like a Boss?
Yes.
Yeah.
When that came out, I was like, oh my God, let me get at the edge of my seat.
I got every
because
episode.
You got every episode? Let me tell you guys, Like a Boss. This is absolutely amazing. It's actually a reality show. And they're actually about to see, I think it's like their second season now. So they're about to get ready to shoot their second season. And it's centered around big bosses and their assistants, okay? So basically, the bosses and their assistants, but the assistants, most of them want to be in the boss position. So this is very befitting of everything that we've been talking about.
Okay.
But catch this, it was this one girl, and her name I think was Dorica.
Yep.
I love Dorica.
Yeah, Dorica.
Now I like Dorica because for one reason, Dorica was ghetto.
Okay.
But everybody counted Dorica out, y'all. They counted her out because everybody's like, I can't believe you working with Dorica. Dorica, she just so hood, she's so ghetto. She don't even look like she matches you. But one thing that I love about it is the mentor, the person that took her on, which is her boss, he said, you know what, no, I see something big in her. I see something great in her, and I see something that you don't see. And that's one of the things that I love about a person that is, you know, a boss in itself. They can see the great in you and the potential even when you can't see it.
Yeah.
You know, and so I said, you know
That's
what, I like
so good.
Dorica.
Let me say this too. You said something. A person with the normal mindset focuses on a person's flaws.
Yes.
A person with the boss mindset can have people around them that have weaknesses that are big as they, and they don't focus on it. They just focus on the strength.
Yeah. Wow.
That's why I'm always about, let's communicate with the people so that they have an opportunity to grow. Because if you don't tell me that, you know, this is irritating or I don't like this or da-da-da-da, then I don't have an opportunity to ever grow past that, whether it's emotionally or mentally. Or the reality is, everybody can be talking about you. I'm that kind of person. If everybody's talking about you, I want to come and tell you what they're saying and I want you to fix it. You know what I mean? Or I want to help you fix it or give you the space in the room to fix it. So don't just call her a hoe. Tell her, look, girl, you said you ain't no hoe, but on this list, you just slept with these 15 last men in the last year.
What you say?
They calling you a hoe, baby.
Juicy. But you know what? It was one other girl. Who was that?
Amber.
Nick Cannon's assistant.
She was like my favorite out of everybody because he pursued her because he heard about her. And so she came in and she was doing the little things like getting the laundry and all those things, putting little events together here and there. But at the end, he put her on as the boss. So she went from assistant to running his whole empire.
Go Amber! Nick, look.
Bad.
We need a second season because I want to see
Y'all
what
have a second
Dorica.
season.
Yes, I want to see what Dorica did.
Because you know they develop so much. We are so out of time. Y'all make sure, until next time on the Jewel Tankard Show, you can have it all! Woo!
This is your place of influence and change, hope and faith. Your place of daily transformation. The hour is now to shine our light. Together, let's grow. Find hope and elevate your faith. Reveal and step into your purpose. Impact your world today. This is your moment. This is your Impact Network.